Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So today is Friday, which only means one thing. Today is Marketwatch. So let's get started looking at RuneScape 3's biggest price rises and price falls for this week. Now this is a very special week. This is week 52 of us doing Marketwatch, which means we've officially made it to a year. A year of Marketwatch episodes is huge and way further than I thought this series would ever go. I'd like to thank you all for the comments, subscriptions and likes on all these videos. Really have helped me and helped this series progress along for the past year. Now, if you are new to the channel, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We do these every week, every Friday, along with plenty of other content for the week. Pretty much average like 6 to 7 videos per week, so plenty of stuff gets released on the channel every single week. So without further ado, let's go through the updates really quick. So this week's main update was the Rex Matriarch for new boss Osius. So that was pretty good. The quest guide, which I originally released on the day, I have done a newer version, which is a complete walkthrough. Basically, the version I released on day of release, from you guys' comments, and I did look at it the day after as well, was a bit too jumpy on the cuts, so I've done a complete walkthrough, edited very minimally, just so it shows you guys exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it as well. So hopefully that'll be better, and then eventually I'll private the original video because it wasn't really good enough and not what I wanted. But thank you guys for the feedback, and hopefully like me doing a new video which is clearer and better will be better for you guys as well. But finishing with that, let's go and get started with what we're here for, and that is the price rise and price falls for this week in RuneScape 3. So we're off the back of a bonus XP weekend, so I'm hoping we can see some big changes in prices in terms of skilling items. But I did have a bit of a look on price rises over the weekend, and there's some very interesting things going on. So let's get started here. So Ancient Viz 5.1, very strange archaeology item to go up because, again, it's one from the Zaros camp, and it doesn't really sort of hit these heights before. It's a 6-month high and really high up as well. So Ancient Gravel, for a while we picked out that it's been the highest one out of the lot. Maybe that's the reason, like those kinds of items are just starting to push up a bit. Bowstring is now nearly 1,000 coins each, which is pretty big. I believe we have the String Bowstring spell in RuneScape 3, but again, for a low level crafting method, that would be huge profit and very good. The Zombie Walk Override is now 290 mil, which is, again, overrides, if they're not re-released, will generally go up. And Reinforced Dragon Bones at 53k, which is kind of a price. They're starting to go back up to where they sort of have been over the past 6 months. Again, they'll never hit the heights they did during the Necromancy sort of days, but to be back over 50k is a really big jump of where they've been. Again, these are the highest tier of Prayer Bones and the best XP, so they do need to sort of bump up in one way or another. Fire Orbs are 146 GP each, still way too cheap. Spirit Runes, which will probably mean we're going to see like a up and down of the Necromancy Runes for a week or two. They're on the way up, 120 each. Soul Runes still going up as well, just under 1,100 coins, which is pretty good for Soul Runes as well, with the XP going to get from as well. Everlight Silver Roll, just under 10k now, 9.6k there, really good price. And a Black Dragon Egg is 246k. Granite, 500 gram block, 2.5k, so breaking granite down can be really good GP. Always has been kind of, especially if you can get the bigger blocks cheaper. But really good price there. 2.6k for an iron bar, free to play money making method, really good. And this is what I think is going to be a bit of a theme for this week's Marketwatch is we've got Cadmium Red, which is 10.3k, Armadillion Yellow, which is 14.1, but also Star of Saruman at 8.8. So this is already like the 5th archaeology item we've seen on the rise, which again, like maybe because people have used all the items or are trying to buy the items off the back of like getting all the artifacts over bonus XP, maybe trying to buy them after a bonus XP to see if they're cheaper. But again, like you can make some serious money hopping in caches at the minute, especially for the colours. The colours are always good, and I always say this as well. But that's already 2 up there, and I'm sure we had a few on Marketwatch last week as well. So Coconut is 8.3k, really good, and always do these in your farm run because they're just so worth it. Mithril Bar 2k, non-members, but again, do iron. Iron's more expensive. Dragon Metal, that's an archaeology item, 7.8k there, and Vulcanized Rubber, 11.7. And apart from Sorrow, which has already had 2 items, we're seeing like diverse items as well. Normally it's one set, which seems to go up, but we've seen items from all the sets so far. A Binding Contract, Ripper Demon, and Blood Reaver Scrolls you'd expect on a week of sort of new bosses released. Dragon Salamander, just under 2k, and a Potion Flask, 14.4. 12.9 was too cheap for them, so if you pick some of them up, well done, they were just too cheap. Dragon Hatchet, 88k, and a Powder of Penance going back up to 792. This will affect the Golden Roses prices maybe in like 2-3 weeks. If this powder of penance goes back up to sort of a millish, that's when the flowers will sort of follow up afterwards. Scrimshaw Sacrifice 6.1 mil and a water orb is 3.5. Never do these. Never do those for battle staffs, just too expensive. Dragon Dart Tips 5.6k. These really sort of moved the way out from the others in this last bonus XP. I didn't realise just how in demand and how used they are, so definitely want to look for flips. If these ever go cheap, I'm talking 3.5k, definitely worth picking up and holding on for a bonus XP live. Go Horn Dust, Ancient 94, Soulbound Lantern, Necromancy Boss, always going to go up. Malchite Green, 12.6k, so that's 3 colours already up. Definitely another spot to go and sort of jump on. The fact you've got the Vulcanized Rubber as well, if you can find a spot with Vulcanized Rubber and Malchite Green, really worth going just to go and sit in that for a couple of hours, AFK, decent profit. We saw energies go up a lot last week, so that's Lustrous and Gleaming. It's still on the way back up. I had a great comment last week which sort of said why. It was something to do with a new release thing, which is understandable, which is why they're going up. But still, decent prices for energies at a relatively low divination level. Dagonoth Hide, 4k. An Augmenter is 375k. A Binding Contract for Bloodveld, 147k. Maybe time to go and cash in and do some more binding contracts. Light Amica, 5.3k. Wine of Sara at 42.6. We have a Raw Beltfish at 972 GP and a Greater Ritual Candle at 2k there. Oil of Enchantment, 5.7 mil. Didn't expect this to be on the price rises, but you know, we're here for it. A Scrimshaw Corruption at 6.7 mil. A Swamp Toad, 1.8k. Normal Shortbow has gone up to 3.4k. Now, those eagle-eyed viewers which have seen the main account lately will notice I've bought quite a stack of normal short bows unstrung. And that was just because I could buy them for 200 GP each, and I thought, well, why not? It's a little flip and I'll make a little bit of money from it. And Noxious Scythe, 350 mil, that's back up. We have a Moonstone, 1.7 mil for a cut version. Sorrow Brute Flask, 3.1. Dagonoth Bones, 9.4. These were too cheap at 8k. As soon as they hit 8k, they are just too cheap and they're actually worth doing for prayer. So those are always due to go up. We have Robe of Necromancy because of the boss release. We have Elder Frame, 220k. Greater Sonic Wave, and it's vanished now, but the Greater Concentrated Blast was on here. If you haven't bought these abilities, buy them now because they are just so cheap. And if Horizon especially, and we've got the Fractured Staff of Armor Rising as well, if Mage is going to come back into the fold as a meta, especially with level 95 Mage weapons confirmed, buy them now. Get them in, because all you need is for level 95, and then the meta changes, and then that's when it'll be back to being decent. Black Scimitars, 7.8k, really good for Dex components, I think. So if they are in any shop runs, make sure to be doing those. And a Spear of Annihilation is 71 mil. And then we've also got some Chaos and Death runes at the bottom as well, which actually are hitting not too bad prices. 220 for a Death rune is alright actually. It's not horrific. So that's this week's price rises. Loads to go at. Loads of archaeology stuff. There's some free-to-play smithing there as well. There's PVM stuff. Dagonoth Bones really going up again, so Kings might be worth a visit. But Archeology's pretty much dominated that. Really dominated that. So maybe people are buying the materials off the back of the double XP live. So cash in where you can, do some AFK in where you can. If you can do it while working or doing some other stuff on the side, definitely do it. Archeology is a great skill to do by the side of anything else. So price falls. Rune Darts, 37 GP each. You can actually sell these to the Champions Guild for 100 GP each, but you do need to get them in bulk. You can only buy 1,000 per 4 hours on the Grand Exchange. We've got Mementos because of the amount which have come into the game. Water Tally down to 1.6k. We've got Bloodweed Seed, 40k for that. Grapes down to 9.9. If you're looking to do cooking via grapes, get in now because you'll buy them cheap and you can stock up and then you can just power through on the bonus XP. And it can be a bit of an investment as well because they do always go up. Headless Arrows on the way down. Again, could be a decent investment. People will always do fletching on a double XP. Uncut Emerald for 15. Sapphire 297. We have the Slayer Wildcard now 49.6 and Uncut Moonstone at 2.2. Powerful Ghostly Ink 9.6 mil. Artisanal Gears 490. We have Wine of Sara at 639. Broad Arrowheads similar to the Headless Arrows, 92 GP each. Could be worth a pickup if to go a little bit lower. Stock up for the next bonus XP if you have the cash to do so, and that's just basically free money. Raw Sailfish 6.4k really went high. 7.1k for that is massive. Keys of the Crossing 436k as well, so if you're looking to do any Magister anytime soon, it could be a very valid option. Uncut Jade 1.6k. Watch this price, because if it gets to a decent one, throw an offer in. They're very hard to buy because they're so limited, but these are... Jade crafting is something which is very niche, but can make you a lot of money. Extreme Range back down. Torso Incense Sticks on the way down. Warrior Ring 177k. A U-Frame 46k. Baneheart Sword 3.8k each, and a Dyna Arrow is now back under 1500 coins. Silverhawk Feathers 2.8k. Necrotor on its way down. Again, keep an eye on ore prices and bars, because you could get some really cheap ore prices and the bars will still hold their price and they'll still make a decent amount. Scripture of Wen and Scripture of Jazz. Scripture of Jazz especially, considering like how high it was last year, now back to 16 mil. I'll probably pick one up if it goes like 10 mil, just because it's worth it, just in case it becomes useful again. It is worth picking up for that price. Super Attacks 1.9k. A Shark is 327. We've got Scrimshaw Vampirism 664k. Actually pretty decent if you need that little bit of buff training. Very good for low levels. Mahogany Planks 1.2k. Royal Dragon Hide 2.3. We have Berserker Ring 9.3k. And a Sarah Brew 4 dose 8.8k. Now with the Sarah Flask 6 going up, these could be worth turning into flasks. Just check the price, see if they do work. Tea Logs 311. Decorated Fishing Irons 10.2k. We have Red Berries at 1.3 and Uncut Dragonstones 4.8k now, which is very cheap. And finally, the Extreme Magic Potion 11.9k. So lots of this is just stuff which would have gone up naturally over a double XP weekend. Nothing too serious there, but really good week of price rises. A lot of stuff there. Archeology, obviously, like we said, is taken over. But there's still some other very good like money-making methods just stashed away there. Potion flasks are on the way back up, but you can check to see if there's any sort of profit in making potions into brew flasks. Like we say, you could make a little bit there. It was 8.8k for a 4 dose, which means you're probably something like 13k for a Sarah Brew, like 6 doses. And a potion flask at 14k, you could make some money there. There's a couple of k in that. Again, one of the easiest money makers I've ever did was when brews went ballistic because of necromancy. I basically just made my own brews and then just turned them into flasks. So it was some of the easiest GP I've ever made. But yeah, very, very decent for that as well. But finally, we are going to go to the item everyone really cares about. So we're going to go see how we are performing this week on the old Dragon Bones. Slowly chipping away on the way down. I kind of knew that was going to happen. 2.2k was always a bit high anyway. So yes. But that's going to be the end of Marketwatch this week. Really good one, to be fair. Plenty of different things available, especially money makers as well. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed, and drop me any comments and things you're picking up off the back of that bonus XP weekend. Thank you guys for watching once again, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.